along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Jazz in Utah. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
And even in hostile territory, as they were that day, they had no jitters at all. I mean, the confidence kept growing as the shots kept falling.
And they were falling big time. I mean, from the top to the bottom of that roster, everybody was locked.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Williams with the ball. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable. Here's Jenkins. And it's off from three-point range. And here are the Clippers. 4-point game. Last time the net was in Dallas where they beat the Mavericks.
Yeah, and last time they faced off, really an easy win. They put together a pretty complete game, but their edge on the glass, for me, still stands out.
Yeah, I agree with you that the numbers shout loud and strong. I mean, a major edge for them clearing the backboards, and that was the difference on the scoreboard, too.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And here is Los Angeles now. Here's Navarro. That's it. He's got two made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now that's how to finish the break. Crowdell with force.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
Extremely positive. I mean, this is a very nice lead to have early in the ball game.
It's Williams with the drive. Softly drops in the floaters.
There they go. Finally able to drop one in on their 4th try.
Well, for Deron Williams, the injury-riddled campaigns just keep piling up.
Yeah, it's almost difficult to watch considering how good he was when he was healthy. I mean, you're talking about one of the most explosive players in the game over the last decade at the point guard spot. But the injuries, hard to overcome.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And guys, for Deron Williams last season, all those injuries finally affected his shooting. 39% from the field last year, the second lowest mark of his career. And he just couldn't create space or elevate to get the clean looks he had grown accustomed to.
And, you know, talking about Deron Williams, last year wasn't all bad. I mean, nearly 7 assists a game, 3.5 rebounds, a steal. Not the stocking stuffer he used to be, but he still battled and still contributed.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
Clippers leading by 7. A chance now to go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with Rick Carlisle.
I asked him how he was going to slow down Blake Griffin at this one, and he told me, any way we can. He went on to add that he didn't really have any one answer for Blake because he is such a dynamic player, adding, you see the dunks in the highlight reels, but he can hurt you in a lot of other ways as well. Really, we just have to throw everything we can his way. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Nobody near Williams. Another shot. Parsons' shot is off.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim. It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off. For them during the run.
The Clippers shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Jay. He's already got 11 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
It always seems the Mavs are able to compete for a title, Clark, but their window might be closing with some of their stars aging, namely Dirk Nowitzki.
You're exactly right, Kevin, because Dirk is the centerpiece of that franchise, has been for over a decade. They made the Rondo trade last year trying for a big finals run, but eventually they'll start to have to build for the future.
And Jenkins kicks to Williams. Pass to Nowitzki. Nowitzki draws the double. Here's Williams, and it's blocked by Jordan. And he gets it back. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one's good.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Williams passes to Nowitzki. Can't get it to go. Jordan with some nice D.
And when you look at the Mavs, they have always built through free agency. Still tinkered with the roster this season to get into a position to compete. Not having any lottery picks for so long has hampered their youth and development.
Here's Jenkins. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Outside Williams. Floats one up, and that one's good. Williams has got 6.
Well, you know, with the Mavs making the playoffs so consistently, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Cuts both ways. They rarely have draft picks that help take the team to the next level, but they are in the playoffs, which is what every team wants to be part of.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
Knocked loose. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Lets a floater go, and that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Nick Collison's checked in for Pachulia.
Nick Collison.
Nowitzki draws the double. And Williams with the basket on the assist by Nowitzki. And it's 8 points for Williams.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half. And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the missed field goal attempt because of his ability to alter the shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made him completely change his release point, and I think that caused the miss.
Here's Navarro. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. And it's sent back by Nowitzki. Looking at Dallas, they took that win in their last game against Memphis.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Charlie Villanueva's checked in for Nowitzki. Anderson comes in for Chandler Parsons. And Barea subbed in for Jenkins. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
And you know, one thing about Deron Williams, he used to get to the charity stripe at will. At the height of his career, he's averaging almost 6 free throws a game. The last couple seasons, he's been down around 3.
Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession.
Timeout charge to Dallas.
Dallas calls timeout. Without question, Jay displaying his skills today.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they got to figure out how to contain him.
All alone.
Oh!
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I love to go up and jam like that.
Here he comes. And there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
Here's Barea from outside off the mark.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
It's tipped. Back to Paul. Down low. Griffin dishes to Jordan. And that one is stuffed right through.
Boy, just a lovely dish by Griffin.
Mavericks trail by 18. Kicks it to Collison. Feeds to Barea. Outside Williams. Dallas moving the ball around. Anderson. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Los Angeles ball.
Here now a very select group of players in the NBA. Big men who can step away from the bucket and hit the three. And you look at Clutch, he's absolutely deadly from outside. And, of course, Charlie Villanueva.
And, you know, there was a time in the league when you wouldn't see a group of big guys like this, but the game has evolved. Versatility now is why we see so many bigs that can just flat out shoot it from anywhere.
And these guys are really incredible. I mean, on one trip, they give you points in the paint. On the next trip, they give you points behind the arc. Boy, talk about range and versatility in spades. You got it.
Here's Williams to halt the run. That's good on the jump shot. Williams has got 14 points for the game.
The points just keep coming for him this quarter, and just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. Griffin with the steal. And here's the fast break. It's not possible what we just caught. Is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's
Holy
one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
Navarro, the pass to Navarro. That's good. 8 points for him.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
And he's going up for the alley-oop.
Come on now, did they really just pull that off?
That was an outstanding play.
Assist
I
from
tell you what, there are alley-oops, and then, fellas, there are alley-oops.
Screen by Villanueva. Here's Barea. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. Screen by Villanueva. And Anderson kicks to Collison. 6 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc.
And the three-pointers just not falling for them early.
Yep, but nonetheless, a cold start from out there, sure, but you can't get discouraged. I mean, if you've got a good look, I think you've got to keep taking them to keep the defense honest.
And Jay gets the whistle that time.
Navarro.
That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
.15 seconds left to play in the first. There's Williams with the 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Paul with the 3. Got a hand on it. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. can't get it to go.